So in today's show, we're going to talk about doing everything but the work that we need to do and look at the reasons why. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman, and if you are coming through, please do let me know in the comments below or by dropping a like so that I know you are watching. How are you doing? Hope you're ready for the week. Hope you're ready for Monday. Today's has come off the back of doing a workshop with my 28-day guys over the weekend, and there was a scenario that I wanted to talk about because I don't think my man was the only person to ever struggle with this. And it's doing everything but the work that we need to do, okay? The essential work that we need to put in to develop our own business, okay, our own career. And if you imagine getting into your office at Monday morning, you're sitting down at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you've planned, you listen to the advice that I've given, you've planned your week, you know exactly what you've got to achieve for the day. You sit down and you find every excuse to not do that work. Suddenly you get distracted by emails or social media, or you're on your phone, and we tinker and we do lots of tinkering around to avoid doing the priority work that needs to be done to move us forwards. And that ends up creating a lot of frustration for ourselves, okay? Because we're doing everything but the work that we need to do. And it just spirals out of control throughout the week, and we become frustrated in our own performance. Now, one of the things that I suggested is that we have to reconnect the passion to be showing up and doing the work, okay? Whether you're in the gym, or whether it's your career, or whether it's you running your business, we have to make sure that we have a clear vision about what we want. So re-engineering our vision for what we want as an end result, okay, can have a massive positive effect in terms of your business, your career, your development. So what was happening with my guy was that he was coming in, he's doing the same thing, he's almost become an employee in his home business. So the business role, operator side of things has really been non-existent. Maybe at the start it was, but then we get sucked into our business, right, where we become employees of our own business, okay? And maybe if you don't have your own business, you're in your career, you kind of get sucked into everybody else's needs and wants rather than your own. And what I suggested was he wanted to do more, see the world more, spend more time with his family. So trying to find a reason to be able to show up and do the work, I think, was an essential factor in terms of turning this around. So re-energizing, so re-evaluating the vision. And I suggested, if you showed up to do the work, to earn more revenue, you could afford 2 more staff, and they could then cover you on Thursdays and Fridays, and you essentially could work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with your family. It suddenly intrigued interest and piqued interest to go, well, yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And the way that I got him to do it is by visualizing, you know, what does he want? Where does he want to go? He wants to do more travel. He wants to spend more time with his family. So the core reason to get into work at 9 o'clock and not tinker is to make sure he gets the work done that he needs to get done, the priority work, the focus work, so that he can make more business, he can create more time, more money, for him to be able to become a business owner, do the work he needs to do Monday to Wednesday, and then have the rest of the week off with his family, traveling, doing whatever he wants to do, right? It suddenly changes the game in terms of, if you like, motivation, or in terms of drive and hunger to be able to show up and do the work. And if you're in a career, it could be different values, okay? Because it's not your business, you don't have control of that type of time, but it could be in terms of improving your work-life balance, being on top of your work early on in the day to be able to then focus on getting home on time. Work-life balance, okay, that could be your re-engineering your vision. I want to be finished here at 5, I'm away at bang at 5, and I don't have to think about work. So there are lots of different ways you can do this, and it doesn't just apply for your career and work. It applies for your fitness or health kit, the reasons that you show up in terms of keeping yourself fit, managing your nutrition. Same with your relationships. It's kind of like re-engineering how you have your relationships, putting other people's needs as well, understanding other people's needs, being able to talk about things that are going on up here with partners, creating those stronger relationships. So one of the reasons I feel that we don't, in summary, one of the things that I think that we don't show up and we do everything but the work is because sometimes that connection between the vision and you having to do the work, okay, is disconnected. So when it comes to you showing up when you don't feel like it, when it comes to you taking the next step in terms of your development, okay, you're not enthralled to, you've fallen into the hamster wheel where you're doing the same thing over and over again and you just end up accepting that. And there has to be a little bit of fire. Sometimes you have to like sit down and think about, where am I going with this? Am I just going to keep continuously doing the same thing over and over again? The thing that makes me unhappy, the thing that doesn't really give me much fulfillment, the thing that makes me feel like I'm in a dead rut or dead ground. So how can we do that? That we're recreating, re-engineering the vision, the end game, in order for you to show up. And the days that I don't feel like showing up, the days when I wake up and think, fuck, I fucking am not up for this. I don't feel like doing this. I've got to sit down and put the work in. I just remember the outcome. I just remember what we're trying to do. So in short, my vision is in 6 years, when my boy finishes college, that we are going to go traveling for 6 to 12 months and build this brand around the world as we travel. Okay, all of the kids are invited. They can either come or they can go to uni. And every time I wake up, I remember that vision, and that is the connection when I don't feel like doing the work, is to go remember that vision, because that moment, that chapter in my life that's coming up, that we're building up towards, is worth putting in the work over and over and over again. And that relates to my health, making sure I'm fit and healthy enough to be able to do that trip and fulfill that vision. Okay, so have a look at your own vision. Can you re-engineer it to give you a little bit of fire, a little bit of rocket juice, to be able to stop procrastinating, stop flickering and tinkering of all the other shit that's distracting you, so you can focus purely on growth in your career or your business or your health or your relationships or your personal development. Guys, I hope that helps. If you like this type of stuff and you want to come and do the 5-day challenge, we are running another one for my sins next Monday. We start a week today. Links up in the bio. If you've done one already, come back and do it again, reinforce the message. It will be the last one now until September.